Easy there, cat. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whatever. This is Clark from Wilco Training Solutions, LLC. What I wanted to do today was begin a 7-part series on the marksmanship fundamentals, which I've tried to display behind me here utilizing my brand new portable projector, but the lighting conditions aren't really working out here. Regardless, we'll try to power through some of these and give you guys a visual component as well as the PowerPoint component with regards to the 7 fundamentals of marksmanship. Before we get into the first marksmanship fundamental, I wanted to go over real quick safety and kit setup to begin. The 4 firearm rules of safety. Know the condition of your weapon at all times. The NRA and other folks like to say treat every weapon as if it's loaded. I don't treat a weapon any differently regardless of its status, so we know the condition of our weapons at all times. If you don't know, check and clear. Number 2, don't point your weapon at anything that you aren't willing to destroy. Number 3, keep your fingers straight and off the trigger until you're ready to engage. Number 4, know the background, foreground, and the surrounding areas of your target. Because bullets and projectiles do have a tendency to go through the things that we're shooting and through the things that are behind or in front of the things that we're shooting. So before we begin, let's go ahead and do our buddy clear. Lock the slide to the rear. Make sure that I've removed the source of feed here. There's not a magazine in there. Lock the slide to the rear. Check chamber, magwell, breech face, and chamber. And then look away, take a breath, and check chamber, magwell, breech face, chamber. As you can see, chamber, magwell, breech face, and then chamber again. Look away, chamber, magwell, breech face, chamber. This ensures that there is nothing inside of this weapon that will give me a click and then a bang. Also, I've gone ahead and I converted my Glock 17 here to my UTM conversion. We're not going to fire any UTMs today, but just for safety's sake and because I wanted a little bit more practice with it, we've converted it. So I couldn't fire a live round out of this weapon system right now, even if I loaded one, which is, again, just another safety measure. So the weapon is cleared and safe, we know, because we just checked it. I'm also going to go ahead and check all the magazines here. You can see I've got no rounds, UTM or live, in the magazines. Not going to be utilizing the M4 today, but it's clear as well. Can you not? Thank you. Sorry. Alright, so now that we've got everything cleared and we've buddy cleared, I'd like to go over a real quick kit setup. This is what works for me. This is what works for a lot of individuals who do deadly force encounter navigation on a daily basis, or almost on a daily basis. Everything that I teach, I never say that it is the right way or the only way. It is the most right way, if you will, that we have so far. And then you can take that and build your own opinion based on the rest of the stuff that you've learned throughout your firearms careers or knowledge base, what have you. So again, it's the most right way that we have so far, and this stuff constantly evolves. I am a righty, and I'm right-eye dominant, so I have my pistol set up on my right side. I am utilizing, again, the Glock 17. If you need me to expand on why I chose the Glock pistol, feel free to check out Buying a Pistol Part 3, or it may be Part 1, 2, or 3, I can't recall, on the WilcoTrainingSolutions.com website, and you can kind of get a gauge of why I went with the Glock and the low bore axis. That's all that I'll give away with the pistol. Go read the blog. You need to do it. So I've got the Glock 17. I also chose to utilize the Safariland ALS holster. This is a fantastic holster. Fantastic holster. The brake or the retention is a thumb release here on the left side of the holster. And I've gone ahead and set up with all my belt systems or competition systems here this quick release apparatus that Safariland sells. This is fantastic. I love the Safariland holsters, and I went with the model that gives you the option to throw on a Surefire pistol light, which I have but didn't put on here. Whatever. It allows that pretty easily, and it doesn't interfere at all. One thing about the holsters, and it'll probably come out in the blog later, I don't really mind what holster you use as long as it's not one of those Blackhawk or Serpo type holsters where the retention is your trigger finger. That is a recipe for disaster. Dudes or shooters in general, your trigger finger is for one thing and one thing only: pulling a trigger. It should not be used ever as a retention releasing device. Alright, that's enough of a rant about the holster. I've got my 2 pistol mags set up centerline or close to centerline on my combat belt here. Again, this is a Ronin Tactics combat belt. 2 Lamb did a great job coming up with this combat belt design. He's got a D-ring here in the center for helicopter operations, not rappel operations. This is just for a cowtail to anchor you to the rotary wing asset. I've used it for that. Great job. Never dangled from a helicopter, praise God. But again, strapping a cowtail to this, too easy. And Ronin Tactics 2 Lambs setup is fantastic. I will, Dinah, do you mind, sweetheart? Thank you, baby. Yeah, go be free. I will mention it's a little bit pricey-ish, but you can accomplish everything on this belt with what I like to call a Walmart special, and I'll show you one of those in another video. About 20 bucks, you get a couple of feet worth of Velcro, etc., and you can make this exact same setup and save a lot of money. You don't need all the high-speed Gucci Molly here and stuff. We do it with duct tape all the time, and it works. It's the same concept, and it works great. Okay, pistol mags right here. I carry my Glock 19 every day, but I only use Glock 17 mags, so everything is transferable between the pistols that we've got, etc. Stand by.